I sounded like a xenomorph to you. Have you? When was the last time you watched the fucking Alien versus Predator? They don't growl. I'm in your walls, Yolanda. I'm in your walls. We have found that the big pity Stafford mix is genuinely not a hunting dog because I can make it panic. And I'm just like, no. Uh, you know the predator prey mentality where they tell you not to run from dogs? Vice versa is a thing. So if I crouch down, staring into the eyes of a dog, and relax my face and do what I normally do when I'm hunting something, the look on my face makes the dog panic because it recognizes the stance of a predator. It is not used to being in the presence of something that views it as prey. But everything in my face says, you're prey, and I'm getting closer, and I'm faster than you. So it'll go from wagging its tail to having a straight face to starting to back up to starting to bark. And if I make a fast movement towards it, it will try to run and then slip and fall. He's like, what is that Scooby-Doo ass run, boy? See, this is one of those situations where I'd be like, I'd love to send you a clip, but I can't. And I'm going to keep bugging you about that. Like, I know it's not going to happen, but still. We've had this conversation, but I'm just going to fuck with you about it. Well, if you have it in the PlayStation editor, and then we go into a PlayStation SharePlay, you can play the video from your video files. And I can watch you watch it. Cool beans, cool beans. Bro, I love this skin. I'm so glad I have it.
What happens when you get too excited?
Yeah.
Round 1. Beginning ring countdown.
I mean,
Shake a leg. We've only got a minute. The ring's right there.
right, but she has the bracelet for that. As well as it's Loba fucking Andrade.
You kill leader. All for long, pal.
45 seconds.
Evo
And the next one's
archers
right
are
there.
now available.
Don't leave it.
There was a whole thing about it, actually. There was a point in time where she was like trafficked, and she made it to where she was using her body to pretty much get her marks to relax so that she could steal from them easier and not get caught, because everyone's like, yeah man, did you see the hot chick? Yeah, she had these great jewels. Wait, what jewels? Well, it looked like this. That's what she stole then. And she wore it out of the building and you watched her. I wasn't really looking at the jewels, but you saw them, didn't you? Yeah, she's the reason as to why a great many men were getting fired from their jobs. And I'd be her one guy friend not attracted to her because she's also a raging fucking asshole. Where even I'm just sitting there going, Damn, bitch.
We're too spread out. There's safety in numbers, you know.
Oh no, they never hooked up. That was the thing. She wanted to, and from the get-go, Lobo was...
Care package being delivered.
They were
I feel
flirting.
good about this care package. Shall we?
Care package over there. Let's get over. Care package over there. Let's get.
You mean when she was talking about how it's oh so complicated?
Check out here.
It was the season that she made a deal with Revenant. The
We could check out here.
no, Loba made a deal with Revenant, and then Valkyrie made a deal with Revenant because Revenant
Getting shot.
did what Revenant does. Oh shit. Okay. But yeah, Revenant did what Revenant does,
Faster.
and I guess Valkyrie wasn't paying attention to who she was talking to. He doesn't get his fucking information for free. He kills people for it. And she's just like, oh yeah, this information can help Loba. Loba already had the information, and Revenant knew that. So he got two people to make a deal with him for the price of one. And find a way. There's people over here too.
Someone over there.
I'm going back to where we landed. This ain't gonna work for me. Alright, cool. I mean... They did. I flew past it.
Don't drive out.
No? Okay. Excuse you? There it is.
I needed our teammate's banner.
Bruh.
Activating jump drive.
Even the zipline was trying to get a grab real quick, realized what it was doing, and then let her go. It's like, hey, this is the one time you actually get to make physical contact with me without me fucking getting pissed off. Purple magazine on a goddamn devotion, bro. It's beautiful.
Aki, over here.
Yep.
Beginning ring countdown.
Renegaders on the way.
Help.
I'm down.
I don't know, but I'm down. I was downstairs. Yeah, 2 triple ticks.
Got them back.
That's an open window, by the way.
It's gone.
Brother. What were you thinking? Yeah, you could res though. Damage and a smoked fever dream. Ugh, my skin didn't change. I,
I'm not made that way.
yeah, but yours are rotating. Mine isn't.
This is your champion.
Wow. Bro, it was the college dropout and Sigmar touched grass without telling me you've never touched grass. The first time you saw tits were on 480p, wasn't it? It sounds like a what? Do you know what 480p is? Okay. Wait, you're a techie. What am I saying? You better know what 480p is. Do you understand the stress of having a fucking Rolodex? God fucking damn it. Excuse me as I speak in fossil. What makes it so bad I'm not even that fucking old. I just remember everything.
45 seconds until the ring clears. We've got time,
Attention.
but not much.
Evo hard.
Nah, bro, like I'm a legitimate walking flashback. I had a full-on like hour-long conversation with a guy in his 80s about how he used to be able to go to the fucking candy shop and they used to actually have just candy out so that you could walk in there with like 2 nickels and a dime and walk out with some actual valued candy. He's like, yeah, because there used to be this place up on the street. And I was like, oh, you mean Jimmy's? And he's like, yeah, Jimmy's! Jimmy's! And I'm just like, I'm not even from Oklahoma. Why the fuck do I know about the chain called Jimmy's?
Grab up some and let's go.
And like, people used to test me on these things. And was like, if you ask me just off rip, I won't know what you're talking about. It's when I'm talking to someone about that shit that my brain goes, oh yeah, remember this? I shouldn't, but I do.
Squads are gone. Good. More treasure for me. Front drive activated.
Exactly. I'm the person that you would call from Jeopardy. I can't play it by myself. It's like, Damon, yeah. You remember the old haircut commercial? The jingle that got stuck in everybody's head for like 3 generations? What's that mean? So 2 bits is like $2, right? It was considered bits because of the rations that people were having during the Great Depression, and we called them bits because it's only a bit of change. And then I could go on and on and on about it. And it's like, now why do you remember that? I don't know.
Interesting.
A Twitch joke? Oh. I wonder if the people who made Twitch were old enough to remember that. They were just like, we're bringing bits back.
You can't escape. Look here, my ultimate is ready.
4-bit, 8-bit, 16 bits. You 2-bit ass bitch. Damn! My shields! Brother! GG, bro.
Think carefully about what brought you to this moment. Very carefully.
Bro, they damn near one tapped me with that fucking Sentinel too. They did 88. It was 88, 10, 88. What makes it so bad? I'm certain that the second shot that they hit me with was meant for you. But because I was climbing, I got in their way. More like, Mr. President, get down! Oh god, Lobus saved Revenant. Shit's cursed. From that skin to this skin. Oh shit, yeah, that would have worked actually.
Your champion.
I have a very particular.
You mean if I want to play the
Unfortunately for you.
Octane Ultra skin? There's an Octane skin. That's not even a joke, there actually is. That's right, burn you fucking thermite. I'm trying to escape.
Another squad strike.
Oh. I didn't know you were being chased.
Recharging my shields.
Listen, my...
Need a moment to heal. Go there, now.
I fucking hope not, because that means you're either haunted or possessed. You're the one that's haunted. I don't know what you're apologizing to me for. Damn, I was almost at the bottom of the stairs, too. You look at them thinking of me for like a split second, I was like, wait, no, he's downed. Also, my new cigarette holder has its own lighter, but it's an electric lighter. It has the most annoying sound. Would you like to hear it? Not me, just now realizing it's probably too quiet to be picked up. It's literally the sound of an electric current from like a live wire. Yes. Is literally two currents in the shape of an X. I mean, technically. Do I not have a suit somewhere? Jesus Christ. I'd have to go to the lobby though, because right now it's the heirloom skins on rotation. That is an ugly Mirage skin. You know, it's been like 6 years since I ever felt the proper need for a cigarette. Well, I'm smoking right now, but I hadn't felt the actual need for a cigarette in 6 years. I also don't regularly smoke anyway. It's more like every once in a while, one of my friends will be like, "Hey, Damon, you want a cigarette?" And if it's not their last one, I may or may not be like, fuck
Now
it,
the
sure.
game's really starting.
It's like, it's not my money, so I'm not fucking wasting anything at this point.
Ring countdown.
You don't have to worry about your health when you're dying.
Good lord, I might make professionals out of you.
Morbid, I know, but still. Yeah, stack a cord or something, you sound fucking depressed as fuck.
Found extra supplies.
Evo harvesters are now available.
Kill leader.
Absolutely disgusting effort.
Well done.
Mm. Yeah, see, I know it's coming from a good place, so I normally just tell people, appreciate it. Keep me in your prayers if you pray, and if you don't, dap me up every once in a while. It's only when people like try to get condescending about it that it pisses me off. It's like, well, if you're dying, you need to be closer to God. Will you suck my fucking dick since you're fucking blowing somebody?
Don't worry about ring fry. We're in the next ring.
Like, that's worse than when Lois cheated on Peter with Bill Clinton and then proceeded to glaze Bill Clinton rather than actually defend herself. He's like, oh my, he's like, I'm sorry, Peter. I know it was wrong, but he's so good. Bitch, really? You haven't even left the room that you were in when you cheated on him, and you're already glazing the man.
Care package on
Can
its way.
you give him a minute to process first? Can you wipe the cum off your face first? No? Well, damn. If he's really that good, don't even go back to Peter, bro.
Close for the overheat.
I missed so many shots. He took an octane thing off.
Last member of that team. Sorry.
You're a beautiful distraction, and no one can take that away from you.
Art.
159. Dumbass. No, he was trying to. I wanted to die in the flame. That and the very people that are closing in just ulted for nothing because I'm already fucking dead. Wait, does bro have zero? How do you have 0 damage? Oh, it just doesn't show. Damn. Yeah, see, this right here proves my point when I tell you skill-based matchmaking versus looking at people's badges. Proper Pred would have heard those people coming and gotten away from the fucking door. Also, if I'm not mistaken, that's Pred in arenas, not the actual game.
Gotcha. Hey, how about no more dying today?
The weird, decadent shit out on the outside. This arenas is special. Oh no, arenas used to be just a mode available like solos. Ah, yeah. And then you have people like me, Captain Run Your Shit. It's like there's I have a badge for 8 consecutive wins in arenas. And do you know who I got it with? Octane. I wouldn't peek, I would just run you the fuck down. hmm I would throw my ult down, do my little peeking and all that without letting them see properly who I am. Hit my ult while flying through the air, hit a second ult, and just kill the entire team.
Introducing your champion.
I'm coming for you, friend.
We all have our reasons. Don't take this personally. Dropping in. Hang on.
I'm sorry, if you asked a question, I didn't fucking hear it. Oh. Yes, and so I have a specialist who's actively trying to pretty much use all of his money to save my life.
Should have seen that coming.
But I was born with this, and I genuinely can't bring myself to care anymore. Because I have already died before. A number of times, actually. Both on and off of the operating table. And at this point, death is a solace. Yes, I've woken up in the morgue 4 times.
Are now available.
So when people are like, you need a better outlook on life, I'm just sitting there fucking laughing maniacally.
Level 3.
Nope. What the fuck?
Progress.
We're already inside the next ring. Good strategizing.
No, because no, I shit. You know, I had this conversation earlier. So, one of my friends' friends is a feminist, right?
I gotta love
And
that.
he doesn't understand
I hope Rampart
what
gets
I
the
meant
upgrades.
when I said she doesn't view him as a man.
Our rivals won't like
Male,
this.
yes, and no. Because every time I tried to say something like a generalized statement, of course I had to be
If
wrong.
you need gear or a top up.
New kill
Sorry,
leader.
care package, want the points.
Care package over there.
Half the teams are down. Have to go.
But yeah, I was trying to inform her that you can disagree with me. I don't mind if you disagree with me. I mind if you disagree with me because of how you feel. I need numbers. I need facts. You just show me that there's some logic there because that's all I've got left. And she was just like, well, if everything's logic then with you, then there's no point in talking to you. All right, cool. Do you have insurance? Is there security for your apartment complex? Have you ever thought about having to call the cops or, use a GPS? Yeah? Shut the fuck up then.
Maxwell? Yes! Conduit's got a brand new upgrade. You're all about it on my podcast.
And I can deal in both of those scenarios. But I can deal with those, but I too am fact based. But when I say I want facts, first thing out of my mouth, do you play like the people you're watching videos for? Like, do you find yourself thinking the same tactics that they have in the game? Or are you trying to implement them into your gameplay?
Thank you.
Right. But before you can do that, you have to get your speed up. Because the only reason they can make those decisions is because they have the speed to change what they're doing to make those decisions. What the fuck is that noise? You heard it, right? Like a chibi bird or something. Are there birds in this game?